Plasma. And the second one?
This
Cells,
call is now being recorded.
cells,
What is the second one?
Blood
blood
cells.
cells,
Blood cells. Okay. So what is the composition or what is the percentage of the water and other substances in the plasma? जल्दी से बोल दीजिए what is
water
plasma?
10%,
हाँ, water 10%.
plasma 90%.
No, no,
Ma'am,
no, no,
10%
Water
inorganic
90%.
90% water
substances.
and 10% organic and
10% of
inorganic.
inorganic and organic substances.
Right. Okay. Now, what are the inorganic substances present in the blood plasma? Who will
Calcium,
say?
magnesium, potassium,
Calcium,
iron.
potassium,
Ah,
sodium, magnesium,
okay.
Iodine.
chloride, iron.
So different minerals are present in the ionic form. That is all there in the plasma, which contains 90% water. Okay. And what are the organic substances present?
Glucose,
Glucose,
amino
amino
acids,
acids,
fatty
Glucose,
acids,
amino acids, fatty acids,
nucleotides,
nucleosides,
enzymes,
nucleotides,
hormones.
enzymes, and
Huh? Okay, so I told you all that whatever you are eating, it will be digested and when absorbed, it will go into the blood. Okay, and in which part of the blood or which component of the blood it will be going? It will go into the blood plasma. Is it clear? So that all we have completed what is plasma and what is its composition. So we started with the blood cells also. Who will name quickly? Kinjal Sahu will name the different blood cells.
RBC, WBC.
Huh? WBC and what is the third one? Third one?
platelets.
platelets.
Platelets. Okay, so I'm presenting my screen, children. Everyone put down today's date in your notebook, that is your lecture notebook, and now start writing. Okay, so keep writing, understand what we are doing. Okay, as well as try to learn it also. So the blood test, that's RBC, is called what? Can anyone tell?
Erythrocytes.
Erythrocytes.
Erythrocytes,
And what are WBCs called?
leukocytes,
Leukocytes.
Leukocytes.
Leukocytes. Okay, and what are the blood platelets called?
Thrombocytes.
thrombocytes,
Thrombocytes. Okay, so now quickly write down the structure of the first one, that is the erythrocytes, which you call it as the red blood cells or red blood corpuscles. Okay, so write down they are that is RBCs. So RBCs are disc-shaped, biconcave, disc-shaped, biconcave, enucleated cells. Now, enucleated means that they do not have nucleus, children. So, we say enucleated. Add up E and then Nucleated. Enucleated cells. That means that they do not have the nucleus. Then write down that they have the red pigment called
Hemoglobin.
hemoglobin. They have the red pigment called hemoglobin. Which gives color to these cells. So remember why these cells are, or the erythrocytes are red in color, because of the red pigment hemoglobin. Now quickly write out the functions of the RBCs. Acha, one more thing you add up, that what is their lifespan? Do you know what is the lifespan of the RBCs?
2-3 weeks.
Anyone? Again.
Some 2-3 weeks.
No, it is 120 days. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so now write down the functions of the RBCs. They transport, they transport the respiratory gases. So that is they transport O2. They transport O2. Noted everyone? Now take up quickly the next one, that is the WBC. So WBCs are called leukocytes. So write down, they are spherical or oval cells which have variously shaped nuclei. Variously shaped nuclei. With granular or agranular cytoplasm. With granular or agranular cytoplasm. Noted everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we don't have to do, children, the
Please repeat the last
types of the WBCs. You have to just remember that they are spherical in structure, they are large cells, and they have very well developed nucleus. But the nucleus shape will be different. So that's why you have noted that they have variously shaped nucleus. And the cytoplasm of the WBCs, you find that some of the WBCs will have the grains present in the cytoplasm. So that's why we are saying granular cytoplasm. Okay, इधर पर देखो आप, ये जो cells दिख रहा है, this is the eosinophil which is named. It is having these granules. इसमें granules नहीं है. So some of the cytoplasm, some of the WBCs will have the cytoplasm which has the granules present in it. So you call them granular cytoplasm, and some do not have the granules, so they are known as agranular cytoplasm. Got it, everyone?
Ma'am, what
All
is
have
the function
noted the
of
thing? That I'm coming to. Structure noted, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Can you repeat the
Write down.
structure of WBC?
Now write the function. Write down. They are phagocytic in nature. Phagocytic. P-H-A-G-O. I hope this word you are remembering now. We did in membrane transport.
Yes, ma'am.
Phagocytosis. So they are phagocytic in nature. That is, they engulf and destroy the foreign bodies. They engulf and destroy the foreign bodies, and help in developing immunity. Noted, everyone?
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
They are phagocytic in nature. That is, engulf and destroy the foreign bodies. तो जो भी पैथोजन बॉडी में एंटर होते हैं, याद रखिए, दे आर ऑल डिस्ट्रॉयड बाय दीज WBCs. ओके, and help in developing immunity. So remember, in your body, the resistance power to fight with the different foreign bodies or the pathogens is due to the WBCs. Noted, everyone?
Yes,
Yes or
ma'am.
no? They produce
Yes, ma'am.
antibodies. Remember, children, they produce antibodies. So you can write that also, that they produce antibodies. So I saw that different types of WBCs are there. तो कुछ तो उसको निगल के खत्म करते हैं, कुछ क्या करते हैं एंटीबॉडीज बनाते हैं. Those antibodies will then fight with the pathogens. So they produce antibodies. That sentence also add up. So they are helping in developing the immunity. Help in developing the immunity. Noted everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now quickly take up the third cells. So third cells are known as blood platelets and they are also called thrombocytes. What are they called? Thrombocytes. Thrombocytes. Noted everyone? So write it
Yes, ma'am.
quickly. They are irregular shaped protoplasmic fragments. Protoplasmic fragments. And they contain thromboplastin. They contain, take up spelling from the screen, they contain thromboplastin.
Ma'am, can you repeat?
They contain thromboplastin. Take the spelling from the screen, children. The slide is there on the screen. Take it from there. They contain thromboplastin.
Ma'am, can you repeat from start?
Thromboplastin. Thromboplastin. They are the protoplasmic fragments, irregular shaped. Irregular shaped and contain thromboplastin. Noted?
And they are?
Now function quickly write down that they help in clotting of blood. They help in the clotting of blood. Thus, prevent the blood loss. Prevent the blood loss. So, you know, whenever any injury is there, so that injury, you find some time from that injury, the blood will flow. After some time, it is sealed by the blood itself. Okay, and that sealing of that injury is done by a process which you call it as a blood clotting. Means जो blood है वही वहाँ पर dry होके आपको दिखता है कि it is being dried and it is sealing that. Okay, so that property is very, very important, children, because once that clot is formed at the site of injury, so then further flow of the blood stops. So that's why we are saying it prevents the blood loss. The platelets are helping in preventing the blood loss. Noted, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Okay. Now we have completed with the blood, children. We will start quickly. So functions, the collective functions of the blood, you can note down quickly. Transport nutrients from the small intestine to all the cells and the tissues. That is all tissues and organs. Take down quickly. So Harsh will read the first point. Harish will read, sorry.
Transport of nutrients from the small intestine to all tissues and organs.
Do you get it, everyone? Because you know that small intestine is having the villi. You have done in other classes or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? ये तो वो villi में ही बहुत सारे blood capillaries होते हैं. And they will, so nutrients will diffuse into those blood capillaries and then blood will take it to all the tissues and the organs of the body. Second function, it transports the respiratory gases. It transports respiratory gases from lungs to all the tissues. From lungs to all the tissues. Then third point, quickly write down, it transports waste material. It transports waste materials. Okay, so no need to write from where to where. रिमेंबर चिल्ड्रन, द वेस्ट मटेरियल, द नाइट्रोजनस वेस्ट है वो तो आपका बॉडी से किडनी में जाएगा. ओके, दैट वे इट is. So just say transport of waste materials. Then it transports hormones. It transports hormones. So you know endocrine glands secrete the hormones directly into the blood. Then blood will take it to the target organs. So you write it transports hormones to the target organs. Transports hormones to the target organs. Everyone noting, children? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Then write down regulates body temperature. Short में लिख लो. Regulates body temperature. Regulates body temperature. Noted?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Next write down develops immunity. Develops immunity. Done? Then prevents its own loss. You can write down prevents its own loss by clotting. What you write down last point? Harish, repeat what I said
Prevents
just now.
prevents its
Prevents
own loss by
uh,
clotting blood.
by clotting. Prevents its own loss by clotting. Everyone completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we will take up the next, that is the last connective tissue, lymph. So another fluid, children, which is flowing throughout your body, that is lymph. एक तो ब्लड है जो हमारी सारी बॉडी में फ्लो होता रहता है, एंड द अदर वन इज द लिम्फ. सो ब्लड इज फ्लोइंग थ्रू द ब्लड वेसल्स चिल्ड्रन, एंड द लिम्फ फ्लोज थ्रू द लिम्फ वेसल्स. Is it clear? And these lymph vessels are called lacteals. Okay, so write it quickly. What is lymph? It is white alkaline fluid. Take up from the screen, children. It is white in color. Remember, children, blood तो अपना red है, लेकिन lymph is white in color. We call it as straw colored also because it is light yellow, children. Okay, it is what it is described as straw color. STRAW. Straw color. Okay. Then alkaline fluid. Alkaline fluid containing lymphocytes. Containing lymphocytes. So lymphocytes, children, they are the type of the WBCs. तो lymph में याद रखना, lymph से lymphocyte आ गया. Lymph में present cells are called lymphocytes. Okay, and it will have, it is a fluid only. तो remember children, एक बात अच्छे से समझ लो कि lymph is formed by the filtering out of the blood plasma through the fine capillaries. मतलब capillaries से जो blood जाता है, जब high pressure से जाता है, तो some of the plasma ना, it goes out of those capillaries into the intercellular spaces. तो blood capillaries तो they are having the walls. ओके, उन वॉल के थ्रू क्या जा पाता है? सिर्फ प्लाज्मा बाहर जा पाता है, एंड सम स्मॉल सेल्स आर देयर, स्मॉल प्रोटीन्स आर देयर, दे मूव आउट. Okay, so the small cells which move out, they are the lymphocytes, and you find some small proteins will also do. और प्लाज्मा तो निकल ही रहा है, तो प्लाज्मा का जो कॉम्पोजिशन है वही कॉम्पोजिशन लिम्फ का हो जाता है. Are you getting what I said, children? Yes or no? How the
Yes,
lymph
ma'am.
is formed? How the lymph
From
is formed?
capillaries.
By the filtering out of the blood plasma. क्या बोलना है?
Filtering of blood plasma.
Filtering out of the blood plasma. Out of what?
Capillaries.
Capillaries. Okay, so it will have the same composition as the blood plasma. Okay, and what cells it will have?
Lymphocytes.
Only lymphocytes will be there, children. And since RBCs तो बाहर आ नहीं रहे, तो उसका color फिर what will be the color?
White.
White in color. That's why it is white in color. अगर RBCs आ जाते तो what would have been the color?
Red.
Red.
Is it clear to everyone? ठीक है. Now quickly write out the functions. Now since lymphocytes are there, I said lymphocytes are the WBCs. So what the WBCs do? What the WBCs do?
And they will
हाँ अभी अपन
Develop immunity.
what the WBCs do?
use antibodies
हाँ
The pathogens.
हाँ and they'll help in developing
Immunity.
immunity. क्योंकि उसमें lymphocytes है तो वही काम lymph का होगा. So write down the function. It defends the body against invading pathogens. Take down the sentence. As simply you can write down in your simple words, children, that it develops immunity. It develops immunity or resistance power against what? Against the invading pathogens. मतलब जो pathogens हमारी body में enter हो रहे हैं. Against invading pathogens and toxic foreign substances. Toxic foreign substances. And second function, more you write down, children, it transports fats. That is fatty acids. It transports fatty acids. So everyone completed? Yes or no?
yes ma'am.
Okay. So rest all I don't have to take up. We'll take up quickly the next one, that is the epithelial tissue. So put the subheading, children, epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue. So the last tissue we'll try to take up quickly. Now epithelial tissue, it is the tissue which forms the covering. It for epi means upon, children. Okay, so it is the tissue which forms the covering of the body.
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
Acha, I'll repeat it. It is the tissue which forms the covering of the body and the internal organs and all the internal organs. Noted everyone? Forms the covering of the body and all the internal organs. And forms the inner lining of all internal organs. Forms inner lining of all internal organs. Noted everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
तो हमारी बॉडी का तो समझ जाओ, हमारा स्किन मेड अप ऑफ विच टिश्यू?
Epithelial tissue.
Epithelial
Because it is forming the covering of your body. Is it clear? Same way your stomach, your intestine, all are having the wall covering that is made up of epithelial tissue. साथ में उसमें cavity है, they are the tube like. Okay, small intestine, stomach के अंदर cavity है, तो cavity is also internally lined by which tissue?
Epithelial tissue.
Epithelial tissue. Is it clear? The inner covering, outer covering. both will be formed by the epithelial tissue. Now you know children that each of the organ is performing a different function. Okay, हमारी lungs का काम अलग है, हमारे stomach का काम अलग है, small intestine work is different. Okay, your liver work is different, pancreas work is different. You know, liver is secreting the bile juice, pancreas is secreting the pancreatic juice also, plus the two hormones are produced. Okay, small intestine, you know, the absorption of the nutrients will take place, so they are performing different function. Stomach, the digestion will take place. Intestine, small intestine में digestion भी होता है, मतलब glands भी है which are secreting the digestive juices, as well as it is absorbing the digested food. So depending upon the function the organ performs, the internal lining, that is the epithelial tissue, will be designed accordingly. Are you getting children what I said? उसके फंक्शन के हिसाब से उसकी कवरिंग और इनर लाइनिंग डिजाइंड होती है. You know that the lungs are having the alveoli, that is the air sacs. Okay, so air sacs, there you know exchange of gases have to occur. The O2, the CO2 which is present, the blood will bring the CO2 from different organs, and it will have to pour it into the air sacs. तो वो डिफ्यूज होना चाहिए, मेम्ब्रेन के थ्रू लंग्स में चला जाना चाहिए, और लंग्स से O2 डिफ्यूज होके किस में आना चाहिए, ब्लड कैपिलरीज में. तो डिफ्यूजन विल बी पॉसिबल ओनली व्हेन इट विल बी वेरी थिन, ओनली व्हेन इट विल बी
very thin.
Very thin.
वेरी थिन. अब अगर स्टमक में जाएंगे तो स्टमक में गैस्ट्रिक ग्लैंड्स हैं, उसके वॉल्स पर, मतलब वॉल्स के जो एपिथेलियल टिश्यू है इट इज ग्लैंड्यूलर, इट इज
Glandular.
say children glandular. Glandular meaning containing glands. Okay, so now the structure you try to, ये basic चीजें समझ में आ गई. अब now we'll take up, they are of two types, quickly note down types of epithelial tissue. So what are the types of epithelial tissue? Number one, simple. It consists of only one layer. Simple, you note down and then write it quickly. It consists of one layer of cells. What do you mean to say one layer? One layer of cells. Because tissue means it is a group of cells. Okay, and the second one is a compound epithelial tissue. Compound epithelial tissue. The compound means it will have the complicated structure. So it is having two or more layers of cells. Now one more thing children try to understand before understanding the structure, that these types, that how the tissue will, how the cells will be organized. अपन ने कनेक्टिव टिश्यू में देख लिया था कि मैट्रिक्स होता है, उस मैट्रिक्स में सेल्स प्रेजेंट है, एंड देन इट इज बाइंडिंग द cells together. The medium is your matrix. In some it is solid, in some it is jelly like, in some it is liquid, जैसे blood में liquid है, bone में solid है. Okay, areolar adipose tissue में jelly like है. That way all we have done. But in the epithelial tissue, children, you will find there is one basement membrane. Okay, there is one basement membrane. On that basement membrane, the cells are arranged. तो सेल्स के लिए बाइंडिंग के लिए ग्रुप ऑफ सेल्स बनाने के लिए व्हाट इज प्रेजेंट चिल्ड्रन? बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन. ओके, अ थिन बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन इज देयर, उसके ऊपर सेल्स अरेंज्ड है. इज इट क्लियर? सो आइदर द सेल्स विल बी अरेंज्ड इन वन रो or the cells will be arranged in two or more layers. Follow? तो हमारा स्किन ना कंपाउंड है, उसके बहुत सारे लेयर्स है, तभी वो अपन अगर स्क्रबिंग करते हैं तो एक लेयर ऊपर का अलग हो जाता है, फिर द लोअर वन इज एक्सपोज्ड टू द environment. So simple epithelial tissue, quickly note down, it is present where less wear and tear takes place. An example you note. Less wear and tear takes place. So internally, जितने organs हमारे inside the body हैं, they will be made up of simple epithelium. So lining of the blood capillaries, lining of the body cavity. Done?
Can you repeat?
Lining of the blood capillaries and lining of the body cavity. Okay, then second one write down. Acha, now in your book you will get the simple epithelial tissues classified on the basis of the shape of the cell. If the cells are thin flat with less cytoplasm, so you call it a squamous epithelium. You know, our cheek cells are having the inner wall of the cheek. It is having the squamous epithelium. So note down quickly the types of squamous epithelium. Types of squamous epithelium, simple epithelium. So write it. They are classified on the basis of the shape of the cell. Simple epithelium are classified on the basis of the shape of the cell. Done everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Name them quickly. jaldi se likh lo. 1, 2, 3, 4. First one squamous. Then second cuboidal. Third columnar, and the fourth one pseudostratified. Pseudostratified. So squamous, note down the points. They are thin flat. उनके cells कैसे रहेंगे? Thin flat with little cytoplasm. Nucleus is central and cells are irregular shaped. Everyone noting? Yes or no?
God, please repeat.
Thin flat cells with little cytoplasm. Can you all see the screen, children?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
screen is visible to everyone, na? Nucleus is central, cells are irregular shaped. And अब cuboidal का नाम से ही समझ में आ जाता है कि cells किस shape के होंगे? Cube like. So write it quickly. The cells are cube like. Write it simple. Cells are cube like. They are cube like. And then second point आप लिख लो बस that they may have microvilli or cilia. They may have microvilli or cilia. Sorry. Then columnar cells are column-like. Write it. The cells are column-like, thin and column-like, and they may also have microvilli or cilia. Noted? Done, children? Okay, and pseudo-stratified. Pseudo means false, strata means layers. So cells appear to be arranged in layers. The cells appear to be arranged in layers, and cells are column-like. तो कॉलम लाइक हैं सेल्स और अलग अलग उनका न्यूक्लियाई का पोजीशन अलग है. डिफरेंट लेवल्स पर न्यूक्लियस प्रेजेंट है. दैट इज व्हाई दे अपीयर stratified, means arranged in many layers, and they have cilia. They have cilia. So done everyone? Noted all of you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, where they are
What is the
found,
shape?
I will leave it to you children. You will read the textbook and you will write down that where the squamous epithelium is found in the body, where cuboidal, where columnar, and where pseudostratified. Is it clear? So that
Yes,
way,
ma'am.
this you will get it in the textbook written. Okay, the squamous one क्योंकि thin है तो alveoli lungs में है, nephron kidney में, blood vessels, chambers of the heart, they are present. Okay, then the cuboidal one. Okay, yeah, they are found in the lining of the ducts, tubular nephron parts, retina of the eye, epithelium of the testes. So I leave it to you. You will read the textbook. Okay, and you will try to note down that where these are found. So compound में नाम बस लिख लो, stratified epithelium and transitional epithelium. What are the two different compound epithelium? Stratified, stratified and transitional epithelium. So you don't have to do it much in detail. So I'm stopping the sharing, children. So we'll do Shanti part. Okay, questions I'll be sending in the group, children. Okay, the questions of the related to the topic what we have done. So we have completed with the tissue chapter. And all questions which you have to do, I will be sending in the group. So you will complete the FAIR notebook and draw the diagrams related to the question. They are all given in your textbook. Okay, so all of you will try to read the whole chapter nicely. And now we will be starting with the presentations from the next period. So be ready. The first group will be presenting the